Good evening, good evening, y'all, and welcome. This is CSC Season 10. The big grand final is upon us tonight. We have the Challenger tier, Hitmen versus Argonauts. This is Mark M, and we have a whole group here. I don't know anybody's roles at this point. I'm just going to shout out all their names. Fleeb, RJsaurus, Fuffy, Kinwilly, 5-3. Thank you all for making it happen. 5-3, you should be there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's nice to be here
So,
tonight. We should have a great grand finals ahead of us. And I would like to talk about the map ban, which we saw get completed a few minutes ago. We've got Nuke
mhm.
being picked by ATL, Ancient being picked by HG, and Vertigo as a decider, which should be very interesting considering both of these teams have been very competitive on these three maps throughout the season.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
and playing them a lot during the playoffs as well, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah, I think we just get right into talking about the maps. As you said, Nuke, the first one, picked by Argonauts. They did play it during the regular season once. They won during the semis. They won versus Kitsunes. Do you see?
16-4, I think.
Yeah, it was a stomp.
Yeah.
Do you see any fight being put up by Hitmen? How do you think this is gonna go?
So I've watched both of them play Nuke a few times, and I do have to say one great thing that ATL does is they really stick to their structure. You can tell there's always, a prime directive in all of their rounds, and they have a lot of interesting takes to upper and outside, and they really force the CTs to move around. HG, on the other hand, play a very loose CT side, and they really adapt well to each of the T sides that they've played against. So I do think that it should be a very competitive map. One thing I think is the most important is that HG will be able to control the CT side rotations and stay on top of that and to take the vent control. And I think that'll be the most important thing for this game.
Definitely will be. I have an emergency announcement. The game is commencing. The game is underway. Sorry, everything is chaos right now. I appreciate you guys on the desk. We'll have to cut back and forth between, perhaps even bring y'all in at halftime, because right now, the gameplay is getting underway. If we're able to swap into that here on the main stream so that everybody can see what is going on. Oh no, we're having an issue. I'm going to cast, but right now, due to a production issue, you can't see that Lum is sticking the bomb in a 2v1. One player stuck in towards dark, another tap. They're solo. They're trying to get the kit to the bomb, but Exif wins it out. First round pistol here on Nuke. Goes to the Argonauts. This is their map pick, so the Hitmen selected CT side. We are having some tech issues, but those should be able to get sorted, so why not? We can give live updates of the
To take lobby. And it's something they've done very well on a lot of eco rounds. They're on an eco round right now, but it doesn't look like they actually have taken lobby. They're just sitting upper.
yeah, just chilling. We can sort of continue to go through what's going on as we look to.
Believe that we have the game up on stream.
Wait, we got the game. We got it up.
We do have the game up on stream.
Everyone can see the game, and so okay. My name's Fuffy. We're here with King Willy. We've got some audio issues now, but that's okay because we're sorting it all out. We had to do a big producer swap right here at the end, but I'm just glad we get the gameplay to you. And I'm glad that these rounds are exciting. It's round 2. It's a force back from the Hitmen, and its bomb going to be planted on upper, but they have 3 alive to the 2, Owen and Redondo, of the Argonauts. Owen Redondo, that core from last season. Just chilling here on A, as it's a slow creep up from the CTs, and they're really lit.
This is still dangerous too for Argonauts. I mean, yeah, you have some guns, but so do Hitmen. And I mean, there's one already taken out, but anything can happen right now, especially with Corel. But either way, Argonauts convert.
Ooh.
That got close for comfort. A little bit too close, if you ask me.
That was a good force back. The Hitmen making it very competitive, but they do fall. This was an interesting map to watch from the Hitmen previously. What we saw them doing up against Gas when they played them. It was a bit of a chaotic game, but in the end they sort of secured their T side to try and finish it out. Right now though, they're starting here on the CT side and they're just going full pistols. Kyrell's got a dig and Kyrell is here close ramp. See if they could get up to some mischief up close. No, gonna get shut down. Ramp control for the Argonauts, and that means B control in a bomb plant.
And that was a really good call to send that ramp. I mean, they don't know that they're up against pistols. Obviously now they do, but that was a really good call to still keep it fast. They don't have the best guns this round, and so they're keeping the pace and the pressure against Hitmen right here, which is really good to see.
Very nice to see indeed, as they just sort of clean it up.
And yeah, I mean, that now should be a buy from the Hitmen. Rifles for the first time out of these 3 rounds, now going into the 4th. So, maybe they're able to pull something back. We do see Sabrina here on a FAMAS, which could make things a bit interesting depending on where they're playing.
I swear, Sabrina had... Oh, my mic cut. Am I back? Sabrina had a
Yes, you're
FAMAS
back.
in like every single combine that I played on Nuke with them. It was just FAMASes for days. They did okay with it, though I would have liked to see some more M4s. Lum's got the M4 as they search for something outside. They're going to push aggressive, but there's players who've already crossed down Secret, and Funter is there to receive. First frag onto Owen, the IGL falls, but Exift finds Lum as they search for something via that outside control.
Corel, I mean, he was waiting for some pressure ramp like what they've been doing, but they're actually pulling back, and he might know this now. Oh, but Sabrina, that FAMAS right there, it's maybe favorable, but kind of leaves A side open if you ask me.
With this...
Oh, I believe Buffy's mic might have cut out one more time, so I'm going to go ahead and take over Corel, picking up the kill onto Redondo, fast flank, and it sounds like Fuffy is back.
I'm back. Definitely mic issues. All the issues are coming in today, but that's all good. Smoke in heaven, 3v3 ensues, and
I think that smoke actually missed. I think they're having some util issues too.
Classic. I love it when the heaven smoke goes straight through the ladder hole. Kyrell gets that kill around the door, but has taken so much damage for it. Virus is close on second vent. There's a molly to deal with this position, but they have to recognize it. They have to realize it. Funter running in does not realize. And so Kyrell's up alive in a clutch, drops the molly hut, and just decides to get on out of there. Holds on to an M4 for their squad, but it's going to be Argonauts holding on to this map, to the control they've had over it, 4-0 now.
Yeah, and I mean, those were some very good pivots from the Argonauts that round. Just kind of getting their picks and then forcing the Hitmen to push into them, because that's what we saw. I mean, we saw Sabrina get a little bit greedy there, going into lobby that fast to try and maybe claw back a pick or find some space, and we see that it ended up costing them honestly A site, because as soon as they got that pick, they just ran out and A site was theirs. So Argonauts are looking very good. It really kind of feels like they're controlling the game out of these first few rounds. And either way, that's Corel taking down Roly Cooly Poly, but trade's going all the way around. All of a sudden, Hitmen, they're favored right now. 3-on-4 for the Argonauts.
This is a surprising turn of events here.
Exift is just looking to get out. That's a very good call.
It's good to just regroup. If anybody takes a one-on-one fight here, if the Argonauts lose one more, I'd almost just say save AKs. But damage is very good up against this CT side, and they want more than damage, but Kyrell dishes it out. Triple kill on that A1S.
Insane.
Doesn't matter that it's a 4v3. That was 1v3 in the trophy room.
Look at how fast they all got together there, too, to pick up those AKs. There are now 4 AKs on this CT side. That is terrifying. If I'm an Argonaut right now, I'm shaking in my boots, if I have to say. And so here we go. Fuffy, I think your mic might be it's cutting out a whole lot right now. But either way, we're back into this. And it looks like it might be a fast upper hit, actually.
Whoa.
But Funter picks up one, not able to find the second. That's Redondo.
Oh. I've been frantically unplugging and replugging things, and they are frantically scrambling to figure out what's going on the A site. Frags back and forth, and Exit in another 1v2. We'll see if they can do what they figured out in the pistol. Bomb's not down this time, though. They've got an AK, and they've got a minute 15 to work with. T-Grumpy from outside. That smoke might give their position. The shadow shows it. Exif knows everything. Walking close. The pre-fire is perfect. With that frag found and the nade heard in from above, it's just Kyrell, but oh, it's never just Kyrell. Nice frag there. 11-3 now. And the Hitmen string 2 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good pushback to be able to start clawing those rounds back. You know, you really want to pick up most of your rounds on CT side. It's always what I've felt like, especially on Nuke. And it's forcing the T's into a little bit of a predicament with their buy, but for smokes, we could see maybe a fake or just a quick take onto outside.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening here in this one.
There's T Grumpy. He's showing them what happens. Don't cross his op scope. He's dangerous. I casted him in combines, and he, with the op, feels unstoppable, but it is going to be fast lower anyway.
Oh, yeah. I've played a couple of those combines, and it was a scary thing. I was glad to have him on my team in some of those games as well. HG are going to be glad that they've got T Grumpy on their side. Kyrell. Oh, no longer with him in this one. Redondo, that is a drive-by. That is a murder. Finds that frag up close. Can't get any more, but that means Rolly can trade. And oh, excuse me, that's Exif. Rolly's down on this B site. Gets even more damage. Player drops into dark. But Rolly Coley dies out, and so Exif. This is the third 1v2 they've been in this game. 141 ADR up to the A site. Able to get that bomb down. And now a reposition. Wherever they want to play, however they want to play this. A smoke, a flash, and an A1S, and they slip into the squeaky door.
And this is an interesting play because if Exif stays here with where the bomb is planted, Tetris is going to be blocking line of sight pretty heavily, but looks like both CTs. Oh!
That's rough. Spotted just on the gap. There's no way to respond because you see them and then you can't, and they've got guns out.
Yep. And you're stuck there with the smoke. And so finally, I mean, Hitmen really starting to claw this one back. It felt like the Argonauts had a very good idea of how the Hitmen were going to be playing this. And the Hitmen are putting up some resistance.
Definitely, definitely. And it's good to do so early on in these games to prove that you've got what it takes. I like the back and forth nature of map 1. I'd say both of these teams are comfortable on all 3 of the maps that we see tonight at the bottom of our screen, Nuke, Ancient, and Vertigo. Ancient's the Hitmen's pick, but it's one that the Argonauts have played a bunch. And it goes the other way for Nuke as well. And then Verti as a decider is one that the Argonauts enjoyed in that regular season, and so have the Hitmen. I'm very interested. I think this could go any which way. Seems like I'm talking into the void.
Yes, it appears that my stream froze, and so now I have it pulled up again. But either way, some technical issues won't stop us. And now it feels like I'm talking to the void. Fuffy, are you back?
No, I'm pulling it up now. Every single technical issue. It'll happen sometimes as... Oh, Owen.
Owen's in an interesting position here. This could be huge. Oh, this could be massive.
That's the first. There's a play. Oh, you gotta flick down. Straight down. Oh, the Owen! No way! Owen with 2 frags already drops out of heaven. Can just slink all the way back. And where did they decide to go? They want to go back up this ladder. Owen wants to commit. Bombs down. And Sabrina, this is IGL v IGL, but Owen, the all-star opping IGL, while Sabrina has played support now. Will Sabrina come up clutch? Or will it be
only 7 seconds?
Okay, drops down in. That's the noise. That's the sound cue, and there's not enough time. Needs a frag, needs a fight, and so Sabrina just hides. Well played there from both of these players. Sabrina even recovering that AWP. And 4-4, but that was intense.
Yeah, I mean, like the damage is obviously, very good, but that round could have gone either way. I almost feel like maybe that drop off of heaven betrayed Owen a little bit, because if Owen had just kept, stayed in heaven or maybe not made the noise on dropping, Sabrina wouldn't have rotated to ramp. I don't know if Sabrina knew that bomb was down at that point. And so that was pretty dangerous.
Considering what they want to go ahead and buy here into this next round in op, and they're just going to get pistols around it. I like this. Owen's going to try to find as much impact as they can with this saved AWP, and full loss bonus means they're very likely to have a purchase up next round.
Absolutely, and I mean, I really want to see what Owen's able to do with this op. That is going to be the decider right here. Nade not quite hitting its mark, but Funter is.
Oh, Funter and Kyrell both grabbing A1S frags. Owen, though, frags them both. That's a gun retrieved for Virus Lum here in the vent, along with T Grumpy, and they're going back up A. They just want to leave Sabrina here, but that leaves the possibility that this 1v1 fight could then result in a B site given over, but Sabrina playing it smart, playing it safe. A flash and a drop back onto this default plant spot. And now
40 seconds left. I mean, even if you don't get this round, it's a very good eco-wise, even if you just want to save this, just because, you have the op, you have the M4, and I don't know if Sabrina will be upgrading from that FAMAS. Looks like they're very comfortable using it and very comfortable taking it to gunfights, so I think a save might actually be what's coming through for the Argonauts. There's just not enough time left.
yeah, at this point now, they could try to Hail Mary it into B, but this would have to be an instant frag. Dropping down now. Will Owen find it? Will Owen even find contact? They don't realize where Sabrina is. Has to be perfect. Virus, and it won't. Counter-terrorists win. Counter-terrorists win.
Buffy, I think something happened to your mic. I heard you fade into the void, it sounded like.
Oh.
So, I believe we're going to get you sorted out here. But either way, a very clean round. The Hitmen now taking the lead. And so the Argonauts, they need to make some sort of rebuttal. They need to get
I'm back now, but this dang audio interface, why does it have to be problems on problems? I had one issue with it before, but just a full reset fixed it. Now we'll see if this fixes it here. And oh, no issues for the Argonauts until Funter gets that one kill in from heaven.
Oh, chunky nade from Funter as well.
Ouch. That one hurts to have to take.
Owen, okay. Maybe a second. Not going to work out.
Oh.
3v3. Oh. Exif. That's a pretty good play right there. Oh, but actually it was Roly Coly Poly who picked up all 3 there. Oh man. Perfect
Impressive.
rebuttal there.
Fun fact, this has been a microphone swap.
Oh, all right.
Out here on a new mic, perhaps it'll work better for us.
All right, here we go. Now,
Nope. Still
Fuffy.
has some issues. This is awkward. That's okay. Better
It's
than the
fine, you know?
RMRs.
Yep, exactly. Much better than the RMRs. And this eco is actually looking pretty good from the Hitmen as well. It is a tied up scoreline and they are on pistols, but either way, it is looking like
Ooh.
maybe a ramp rush here.
Dang, full send it with the USPs, but the USPs get destroyed by the AKs. It is the circle of Counter-Strike.
Imagine that Molotov kills Funter right there. Already down to 8 HP, and just all it takes is one more little tag. And the util today is just not hitting the right way. None of the util seems to go into heaven, but that's just the story of Nuke. I don't think I've ever landed a clean heaven smoke in my life.
I started working on lineups just because of whiffing it so many times. Like it's tricky in an unexpected way.
Yeah, I can never just seem to hit it. It seems like it's got to just be luck for me. Even with lineups, it's something physically just won't
Ooh,
hit right. And now we've got we've got the scoreboard back up. We are all good.
everything is fine. It's all working out.
Yep, Fuffy's mic is good. It hasn't cut out yet.
Not the fingers knocking on so much wood right now. All right. Secret cross smokes. I like how they're just using it to get one player down and search for picks. The molly sort of segregates them off though, so it's up to this 1v1 and Exif wins it out. Nice little shot there onto Kyrell. T-Grumpy's aggressive outside and can't be traded because of the close smoke. They wanted to play it for the pick, but it's actually the CTs who get it, but Exif has come back up to grab that one, and Roly Coly Poly swings out of the squeaky door. Nice finds there for the Argonauts. It puts them in the solid advantage, but the round's not won yet. Redondo wants to make it into that dub, so kills Sabrina down on lower. This bomb should be able to get planted, and it's just Lum. Lum's got Exif though, and swings open that decon door. Tag through the wall, it's damage. Owen comes back to double. Bomb planted for him, and they're just chilling. They're just vibing, and Lum wants to ruin all the vibes. Vibe check and denied. Redondo with the finishing blow. And that means it's 7 for the Argonauts, a solid T-side start.
I think the vibes are really good for the Argonauts right now. You know, they let a few rounds maybe slip through their fingers early on, but it feels like they're kind of getting their footing right now here on the T side. There's only a few rounds left, so maybe against this eco, and they're actually going to be the ones to take attack right now. Maybe just discussing what they think the Hitmen might do, whether it's going to be a buy, a save, because they don't know. I mean, there was kind of enough money on the table to force it, but these pistols that we can see tell us otherwise.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think there's any way to predict what the Hitmen want to do.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, you have
They're
a decoy and a kit on Sabrina. And what is that decoy? I mean,
never let them know your next move.
Apparently.
I think Sabrina's going to throw it as a fake flash and they rush somewhere.
That could be the move.
If you only have knife, does decoy make knife noises?
No. I think it makes just whatever pistol you are on, like
whatever
a
you
default.
Used to have.
I think it's just a default pistol.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because I'm imagining you like have a USP, you drop it, and then you throw the decoy. It just like it's just a person imitating gun noises. Pew pew pew. Oh, gun noises all across outside, and it is. I was gonna say in favor, but no. T Grumpy has a double. That's even an op to be recovered. The opper here of the Hitmen now scoops up their signature weapon, drops it over to Kyrell so they can just play with that Desert Eagle. And now bombs on B. They're going to realize it slowly. Where's that kit from Sabrina? Because if they're going to want that, if they're going to go for this retake, hasn't been... it is on T Grumpy now.
Yeah.
They can go for this.
This is very doable, and this would be a vibe check. You know, that this would just be a hell of a vibe check on the Argonauts if they can't convert this. But it looks like it's only going to be T Grumpy looking for an exit anyway. Then those other guns are going to be saved up.
Makes sense. It's the smart decision, even though a retake would be exciting. These are the grand finals after all, so it's all about making smart decisions. I think the Argonauts picking into Nuke so far has been a very smart decision. 8 rounds now on the T side of their map choice. Looking to extend it even further here. I'd say the Hitmen really need 6, but ideally they want 7 if they want to bring it back there on their T side.
Yeah, I think 7 is definitely a not necessarily, I wouldn't say a necessity, but it's comfortable. You know, my first season, we threw like a 12-3 lead to I can't remember exactly who it was, but Nuke is definitely one of those maps that comebacks are favorable if the mental game is there, but a fast upper take might make that mental a bit interesting.
Oh, they just pick up the pace entirely. I love this decision from Owen. They decide, okay, you finally got guns. You won a normal round. This is anything but normal. Just sprinting straight at him, getting all the frags, and it's going to force a save out of Kyrell as the rest of their teammates have fallen. That's 9 now. Argonauts looking to get up to 10. If they do that, I would say Nuke is in the palm of their hands.
It definitely could be, but you know, you never know. I've talked about it before with Sabrina's play calling. And, wow, great double there to be able to pick up an AK for Kyrell. But with Sabrina's play calling, you know, the way that they do it is they really just try and lure their opponents to take these pushes. Oh, Virus though. They really lure their opponents to take the pushes, take the initiative, to take space, you know, especially on Nuke. Lobby pushes, things like that. And so if Argonauts aren't ready for that, they could just fall right into the trap that Sabrina lays.
Most definitely could fall for it. That being said, I think the Argonauts have got enough experience having gone through the playoffs thus far. I respect what they can do as a squad, and I respect the fact that it can really be anybody to show up. You know, Kyrell, who finds that opening, has been the hero of the Hitmen, both in playoffs and in regulation in the regular season. That being said, the Argonauts, this game, it's Exif who's really been popping off. Still alive now, but 2 of their teammates have fallen. Rolly is going to phase that ramp smoke and going to get some good control here for their squad. With ramp control, it's something that they can work with, and the rest of these teams are probing for picks elsewhere. Exif comes and joins to take ramp, and Sabrina, that smoke is deep. Virus is in front of it, and they don't realize. Walking up close, Sabrina's Desert Eagle spots him on the side, but Virus sprays him down. That's A open, and that's going to draw so many rotates. Where do these other T's go? They're wrapping heaven. They're wrapping heaven. And there's one player up close vent, Amali, to go into the vent, but it's right as they peek. Exif can plant, but this would be a 1v3 for the ages. Around the side of the bomb site, instant headshot onto T Grumpy, adjust to the left. Peeking, but Funter shuts it down. 9-6 half, still good work from the Argonauts, but now the Hitmen get to take things into their own hands, get to bring it onto that T side, and we'll see what they've got prepped here on Nuke.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very interesting half here, and I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, I know you're in here, so I wanna throw it back to our analysts. 5-3. How are you feeling after this first half? Is this about what you expected? You think the Argonauts should be feeling good here?
Yeah, it definitely seems like they were struggling a bit in the beginning because the Hitmen have such a strong mid round, but once they figured out how to counter that, I think this map goes to Argonauts 100%.
All right, into this first pistol. It seems like we've got some Now we can tell the future. Let's give a prediction here. I think the first pick is going to go the way of the CT side, and then I think the T's are going to go on into the A site and get mowed down. That's 3 Exif is having a. This is the perfect time to start popping off 4K. 4K. Okay. 4K.
Yeah, I think that was an amazing prediction. If I'm being honest, that's one for the ages. I don't know if anyone's done it better than you, Fuffy. But maybe I'll give it a crack this time, you know.
Yeah.
I think that the CTs are gonna buy. I think Hitmen are gonna go ahead and save here. And then going from there, I mean, really, I'm trying to tell the future. I'm talking to the spirits. I'm not quite seeing anything yet.
Oh, what do we see?
And I'm gonna predict a fast vent drop from Lum.
Oh,
but the molly's there to stop. And now there's only 2, only 1.
All right.
Owen.
We are like really ahead on this. This is interesting as okay, just nice and simple. Keep it neat and tidy there for the Argonauts up to 11. Winning out the pistol is a very good sign for them.
Think of it this way. There's no physical way that we can caster's curse any of the rounds because of how far ahead we are.
I mean, yeah. That's one way to think of it.
And okay, I was gonna say, does Sabrina have a gun? But yes, they went ahead and they picked up this Galil.
Classic Sabrina with not the meta rifle, but the little next step down, the FAMAS, the Galil. Still has ways to make it work. Ooh, spam straight through. Gonna try to find something, but not gonna get anything. Oh, it looks like there's a way to get more real time. As I can oh wow, this is trippy.
This is weird.
We now okay. No more spoilers.
No more spoilers, alright.
No more spoilers. Virus up the vent. Gets caught in the side. That is a TK from Kyrell. Nice 2K there. And Sabrina with the finish. Chat, let us know if we're back in time. If the time traveling shenanigans have stopped, if we've stopped branching into parallel universes.
You know, we basically just have the time stone though. Anytime we want, we can go ahead and take a peek forward and see what happens. But we won't do that to you, chat.
Oh, that's true. Hey,
we're good.
Spoiler, the round is gonna start, and it has started.
I really want to see what Roly Cooly Poly here could do with this scout, because that is a dangerous weapon on Nuke. I think I'd argue that it might be even more dangerous than the op. Just because if it's in the hands of a skilled user, you really don't know what can happen.
Do you ever play Smash Bros?
I can't say that I have, but...
ooh, nice frags there. I was just gonna say, there's a meme about the character Roy in Smash Bros. Melee that a skilled Roy can beat any Fox. And this feels the same way, where Roy's not even that good, but... You know, a skilled player's a skilled player. Right now, the individual skill of the Hitmen on display as they find these frags and get that A site.
And again, I don't think I've seen a single piece of Heaven Util land. I'm gonna be honest.
Heaven nades are a lie told to you by the grenade companies to sell you more nades because you waste them all.
Big HE trying to get you to. It's just Nan actually. Now that it's just Nan. Nan, we're just trying to get you guys to throw your util into Heaven, and we know that it'll never hit. That's why we don't use Heaven util. But either way, a save coming out, but there is Sabrina looking to hunt all alone.
Tagged by the scout. Okay, you were saying what the scout could do. It can do damage and kill. A kill.
The nade does it.
The nade. I like how the nade lands, they die, and then boom, since it's already in spawn, we just cut to the same angle of spawn.
Perfect. And They're able to hold on to those weapons, though, but it looks like the rest of their team are going to be forced to just stay on their USPs. So I'm really interested to see what Owen does with this M4. I mean, he came up pretty big last half when he saved that op.
Oh yeah. I would say though, you sort of send the USPs into probe. You've got either two options. You send the M4 at him and then hope that if the M4 dies, it gets dropped. Or you send the USPs to probe as they've done now, but that means the USPs are just getting picked apart up against the more powerful weaponry. And Owen is going for info play at lobby, but it's a little too late because B site has been taken.
But there is still a player actually near lobby, and yeah, Owen is going to take that pick onto Sabrina.
Ooh. No lurking here, says Owen.
Question is, do they want to go for this? I don't think they do. Owen's already starting to back up. Wants to just go into T-spawn, so yeah, it's looking like they'll just hold on to these rifles, roly-poly, able to upgrade, get themselves an AK instead of that scout that they were rocking. But overall, I mean, this has been... It almost feels like the first half all over again. With, I mean, even the same teams are getting the rounds. You have Argonauts who pull it away pretty cleanly at the beginning, but Hitmen, they're starting to claw their way back, and this is what gets dangerous. When it comes to the mental game, you really don't want to let the Hitmen get, you know, any sort of confidence or momentum, because that's where, you know, your own mental game comes into frustration. You know, you as an Argonaut, maybe you start realizing, oh, we shouldn't have done that, shouldn't have done this, and that's where things start to fall apart. But, you know, maybe the Argonauts are able to clean it up off the back of those two saved guns.
I'm gonna be honest, we've been seeing Exif popping off. Owen's been playing pretty strong. But now that they're on CT side, everybody has to pick it up. Because the Hitmen could just try to abuse the players that they see as not being hot right now. So it's time for them to turn up the heat here, and Fonter turns Owen off. A headshot through a wall there. Grabs that pick into the mini player. Believe that was on mini. And now... Oh, that was the wallbang through hut? That's what that was.
I think Owen was actually in heaven, so that was a very clean...
Wait. Like, out hut into... Oh,
into
no,
heaven.
You're right. I'm reversed on the mini-map. Whoa. Cole.
That is
Up
trippy.
here on ramp. A nice nade. Exif. Making it work, and roly-poly-poly. They're turning up the heat for sure.
And Exif, I mean, that's what happens. It feels like we've seen that kill so many times now, where somebody's shoulder peeks around that vent and then just gets wall banged, not realizing just how thin those metal sheets are.
Oh, T-Grumpy.
The leg.
It's close. T-Grumpy's got a very flashy, flicky style, but, you know, whenever you hit a leg shot like that, you always think, what could have been if the RNG goes your way, but that's the downside of those quick scopes.
Yeah, and I mean, that actually kind of puts a little bit of pressure. That round put a little bit of pressure onto the eco of the Hitmen. They should be able to, you know, obviously buy next round as well, but if the Argonauts are able to convert these next two rounds, that puts them into a very good position to take at least map point.
Definitely a good spot to be in. That being said, they've got to deal with this buyback from the Hitmen, and it's not going to be easy.
They're just slowing it down. This is what I was talking about, but actually Exif taking out Funter changes things up a bit.
This has been a menace here at the squeaky door. T-Grumpy is going to trade, though. Takes down that player who had been such a star. There's still more on the A site here. Virus even rotating in through mini. So it's not free for the Hitmen by any measure of the imagination. Molly into back site. Kyrell, however, has gotten a pick in towards ramp. Sabrina's going to reroute to join him and even going to bring bomb. Man disadvantage here, but the Hitmen do have enough control that they could try to plant on B, or what they really want to do is phase this smoke. Does Owen see it? Owen's holding the left side, and Kyrell is in his right. The gun barrel's going to show, but this would have to be a flick, and it's the timing. Owen peeks around, doesn't. But Kyrell, Owen's just not on it, can't adjust in time. That frag for Kyrell opens up an avenue up heaven, or they could go back down B. Whatever they want to choose, they've got to do it quick, and there's a CT on either side. 15 seconds, and through heaven they go, and Kyrell's got another frag. 3 kills, 21 in total. And now a 2v1 with bomb down. Virus comes up, and it's Kyrell who has to clutch. Virus the first one, but such a good flash. Straight through the site silos and straight onto Virus. Kyrell with a banger of a round to get double digits.
That was amazing. I mean, the flash over everything there, everything that you could hope for from Kyrell. I mean, that's why you sign a player like Kyrell. They are a shooter. They will just show up. They will dominate the scoreboard and then just call it a night. I mean, it's business as usual for Kyrell, if I'm being honest. Just an amazing player, and pistols now for the Argonauts.
Yeah. And if you're the Argonauts, you got to be thinking, we were so close. We could have destroyed their economy. We could have been so far ahead, but it's just Kyrell with a couple of shots. Owen gotta be annoyed that their op shot was centimeters away from connecting, and now it's just a straight up A hit. Top hut molly flashes in. They're gonna just begin to scale this site, and the CTs have stacked elsewhere. 3 players two towards lower, 1 outside, and 1 ramp. So Hitmen gotten what they want.
Successful heaven smoke has been thrown this game, ladies and gentlemen, by the Hitmen. That's dangerous now.
That's history written.
That is history written, and I mean...
Sabrina's gonna die here. This is suddenly a doable retake. They've got a smoke, but no kit, and they can start to try to swarm these T's. If there's not good enough crossfires, if they were starting to think about the hunt, it could all go wrong, but luckily those crossfires do exist, so it's just exit. Every time I say just exit, they find 2. And Virus is in heaven. Try to find even more. Deagle flick down, not going to connect though. And the Hitmen lose a couple more men than they would have wanted, but it's still a successful hit onto the A site, and it's still 11 in their pocket, up against the 12 of the Argonauts, and now up against the full buy here. Rolly can even drop over that op to Owen. Not going to do it. They're going for 5 M4s instead. And so it's M4s v AKs here to see who can get this lead.
And I mean, the util is looking really, really fantastic for both of these teams right now. And I think the Hitmen might just call a slow round this time. Let them burn through that util. They should know that it's on a buy, but the Argonauts don't want it to be a slow round. So that's a huge pick from Owen early on.
I love the initiative taken from Owen to go ahead and find that frag and to stay alive. Don't always need the op to get an opening kill, and Lum makes it a second opening there. This is a rough one as it's all falling apart one by one. The Hitmen are toppled. Rolly in ramp. Finally, it's an opening, and of course it's Kyrell to do it again. Looks to peek deeper though, and Owen's already there. Shuts him down, and Sabrina last alive.
The lurker. Let's see what Sabrina can do. This would be a massive round, but oh no, Sabrina, don't tell me you're pushing the smoke.
Gets the frag. Swap over to that A1S. Gonna go back to reclear ramp. They've got bomb. There's only 1 player on B. Could try to go for that plant to secure some money, or might just wait to see if any frags are given over, but the Argonauts are gonna hold their nerve.
Only 30 seconds left. It puts a little bit of pressure here on Sabrina. Do you go for this, or do you just kind of hold on to an AK or this M4 depending on your preferences?
At this point, I would just grab an AK. I would hold on to it. I'd want to see the loss bonuses just to confirm, but because this has been so back and forth, yes, damage is good, but no need to risk AK armor, molly, flash. That is more than you're ever going to get just for going in and dying. So the Argonauts win it out, and they maintain the lead here on their map pick.
It
Up
was
to 13.
Only a 1 loss bonus. for the Hitmen, so they're a little bit strapped for cash here.
I think they have to save and give 14. Oh, but no. No, that
They're
was no
below
loss.
2K.
They're now on single
This is a
loss. Yeah.
force. Yeah, this is a force. If you know, if I mean, maybe not. Maybe they stick with the pistols. They try and scrape something together. No, I do see Funter buying all the way down, but a very weird buy coming out. Sabrina
Yeah.
threw over that AK to T Grumpy with no armor.
They're mini dropping. They're sending a bunch of players over. Up on top of the silo, this audio should be heard and called over. Is Lum's going to be the first contact to come down? There's a player deep garage. Owen's in the, or excuse me, Virus is in a perfect spot to deal with this. Just has to hold, just have to wait, but they're going to smoke him off. Beautiful smoke now as they filter into the A site, and Funter with a fast headshot onto Exit. That's one player down. Sabrina in the back gets damage onto Virus. Virus has to look both ways. Virus doesn't know what to do, but Redondo does. 2 kills out from Hut. And now it's a scramble from the Hitman. Virus, there's a player right behind. And
Funter.
everything seems to go right finally at the end.
That was so dangerous. I could see that round going the way of the Hitmen. That was wonderfully executed. But Redondo, I mean, just massive, massive kills that round to, prevent the bomb from going down, taking out a player on site, and then even closing out that round too with that final kill. That really made the Hitmen scratch their head and wonder, what just happened? Where did Redondo come from?
I think, well, one, they didn't end up clearing Hut, but then two, Sabrina, I think, just pulled the trigger a little bit too early there. Ended up not being able to get the frag onto that outside player, and then the 180 flick around from Virus gets the kill in the end. Now they just are basically on a default. Running out into ramp, Sabrina out first. Sabrina and Tyrell together combined for this pick. Owen just spamming through the smoke, drops back for the reload. And so, this is an advantage, but not in the HP department. Here for the Hitmen.
Yeah, Sabrina tagged down so low, and even Corel, just a couple more shots would do it. But the kills are the important part, and they're all going the way of the Hitmen right now.
Bomb!
Exift.
Oh, I was worried about that bomb, but Sabrina trades. Everything is good in the hood. Funter always seems to be good for at least one Tech 9 kill in these rounds, which is kind of crazy. And now Redondo's just going to save because now it's the money of the Argonauts that's in question.
Yeah, I mean, they might have the loss bonus to be able to deal with it, but like you said, it's been very back and forth. I don't know if they'll be able to get a full buy going on. They might force it. They might have a couple of MP9s floating around, but at this point, this late in the game, I'd almost say you just want to save. You want to get just a very solid buy to just put this map away.
Yeah,
you have 2 rounds left.
I was just gonna say, do what the Hitmen did, where they had a scrappy buy with some pistols and things, but then when they got rifles out there, yes, Funter was on a Tech 9, but they still had enough to be able to truly challenge the Argonauts, go head to head and win it out. And so, Redondo, they're thinking it out. Virus can buy, Redondo can drop one, Exif and Rolly will have enough for something. So they might actually think about this, being that they're on single loss. That being said, if they decided to save here, next round Virus could even buy up an op. One would be the only one really in a bad spot, given they have 1,400 currently.
Yeah, and that's even so. If Redondo's able to hold onto that gun, or if you're able to save over an AK, you can even drop over to Owen at that point. And so I think with these pistols being brought out, that might confirm this eco/save. So I want to know what they're going to do with Redondo. Where do you put the only gun on your team?
I think they either need to focus A, or like somewhere towards ramp or B. There's been so much depth from the Hitmen. I wouldn't say we're seeing a ton of pocket strats come out, but I would say we're at least seeing a lot of variety come out. They keep it simple, but they go so many different places. And right now, T Grumpy is going squeaky and looking for a pick onto Mini. Doesn't see it. Redondo is up above, and pistols are rushing lobby. T Grumpy, gets overwhelmed, and Funter is stuck all the way on the T side of things here. Exif jumps across. This is awkward. Even if they try to go into the A site here, oh, Redondo was waiting, but now goes back to outside.
Oh, and Virus is in the perfect position.
Oh, Redondo makes contact. That's tags on the M4 long range, but takes more damage than they were willing to give. Bomb's gonna get planted, but Virus is here. Virus is waiting. Up towards Vent. Not able to stop the bomb because that smoke was in their face, but now they can peek forward. There's a couple pieces all across the map that if they get put together, this could very much go the Argonauts' way. They're going to group up here towards many. They've lost their lobby presence, but that's all right. Swing in, Virus, beautiful find. And with that, everything becomes possible. They've got nades as well. They've got a frag, and Redondo's sitting it. Redondo's sitting it, and they've got every single one. Such low HP, but he stays alive on the defuse, and the Argonauts get match point.
That was an amazing round out of the Argonauts. I mean, Redondo, he didn't even have to use that M4 that round. It was only pistols. The pistols were just like amazing to be able to push lobby like that. Funter, unfortunately, they couldn't do anything about T Grumpy getting taken down, so that gave Virus that AK early on, and so just a great round. And now there's money in the bank, just in case.
All right, outside control is now going to be the goal here for the Hitmen. Looking to find something with those deep smokes. The smoke wall going to provide plenty of cover, and the Argonauts lately haven't been opting for an op. So these are fights that I think the Hitmen can go for with some bit of confidence. Redondo smokes the top hut molly. That's going to scare him about top hut, but he's sitting here Mustang the entire time, just waiting, and they're not going to go out just yet. Funter, Tech 9, will this be the third round? No. Shut down. No longer will Funter be allowed to find sneaky tech kills, and Virus. Whew, that was a nice little headshot.
There's one more to take care of, and that's it. So now Sabrina with the bomb.
Ooh.
Virus, what?
Virus
Virus
popping off.
closed out the game with a 4K.
That is beautiful.
Clean.
Crispy little
Clean.
headshots was like, Exift, I know you've been carrying this game, but that's sort of my job. This is my thing. Virus has been sort of the star of this Argonauts team and shows exactly why they're in that last round. And so, 16-12, they win it out. Argonauts get it here on their map pick. And so, we're going to take a very short break. We're going to jump in perhaps with some more analysis and then with some more action. Map 2 coming up is Ancient. It is the pick of HG, and don't go anywhere.